Greetings, everyone, and welcome. Coming at you now with another facts only video, just a couple of hours after releasing the first one today, which you guys have been enjoying, understanding, and learning. I'm coming at you now with Zelensky's video. Zelensky just dropping a video talking about the strike on Dnipro, also talking about internal things inside Ukraine, and you need to hear it. Additionally, I have some video just coming out, Vladimir Putin meeting with his general staff there. Of course, they do all the hoopla. So we're going to look at Zelensky's statement about the strike on Dnipro, also about what Ukraine is doing to respond. And we're going to hear from Vladimir Putin and one of his maniacal generals in just a moment. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. This is a follow-up facts only video to the one I released a couple of hours ago. If you did not see that one, please go back one video and that will set you up for what you're getting ready to see here. Appreciate all of you deeply. Here we go. Zelensky's statement. I will give you the overview of what he was saying first, and then I will play the video. So this is what Zelensky said. He said, "We have released details of the weapon that Russia used to hit the Dnipro. We will report all details to journalists. The world must know the truth." So guys, right there, Zelensky saying, we're going to spill everything. We're going to tell everything. There's not going to be any secrets. Whatever we are reporting, what our security services are reporting, that is what struck us. And this is the plan that Russia has. And we want the world to know it. Why? Because today the world entered into a new place as we are confirming what actually struck Dnipro and where we go from there. He also said, we're going to share it with journalists. Tell the world, tell the world. So I'm doing that right now, and you are doing that by sharing, telling others, telling your neighbors, those that are not believers, that the world is on the precipice of unknown territory, as we are literally are in World War III already. Share it. This is what Zelensky is saying. Secondly, he says Umarov is already holding talks with partners regarding new air defense systems. This is a facts only video, so I will not talk about that, but there are some talks about adjustments of American defense systems there. But I can also tell you that Canada is confirming they've delivered an air defense system. He said the world must respond to another bout of Russian madness. There has been many bouts. It happens every day, but this one is different, and the world must respond. World leaders, nations, the United States, Europe, other sovereign nations must respond because there's more happening than just this massive strike. And I call it massive because it could have been world changing. Seriously, this is why so much attention is going to it. So we need to focus on that and pay attention. He says the world must respond. Let's go to next what Zelensky he said. He said, when someone starts using other countries not only for terrorism, but also for testing their new missiles through terrorism, this is definitely an international crime, President Zelensky said. Now, folks, I'm not only going to share what Zelensky said, and you're going to see the video yourself in just a moment, but I'm then going to show you Vladimir Putin gloating about it. Gloating how successful it was. Guys, they dropped a test missile on a war zone, on a sovereign nation. It wasn't in a desert somewhere. It wasn't up in Siberia somewhere. They dropped it on Dnipro. Finally, Zelensky said, well, not finally, but additionally, Zelensky said Ukrainians must more than ever respond to security protocols. I can tell you my personal witness from spending so much time in the front lines, and I will be returning there right after Christmas. Ukrainians have grown a little lazy, heading to the shelters, heading to the bunkers, heading to the bomb shelters, heading to the points of invincibility. It has to change. Zelensky being a good time war leader, war president, and you will hear more about that in just a moment. Let me see here. Zelensky also saying, when there is no air raid siren, the state, production, embassies, everyone must work the same way and perceive information, in particular from intelligence, as information and not permission to take a day off. I shared with you guys yesterday the Verkhovna Rada member from Lviv who said tomorrow the Rada will not work because we've heard intelligence that there may be a strike on Rada. And he went further, and he was even talking about families and members are going to be leaving the area. Zelensky said, that's never happening again. This applies to everyone, from the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine and other structures and branches of government to the governing bodies in the regions and communities. The siren sounds, we go to the shelter. When there is no siren, We work and we serve. In war, it is not any other way. You know what? I'm going to give President Zelensky his own today.
Слава Україні!
That, my friends, is a wartime president who gets it and knows how to lead, how to communicate, how to motivate. Now, without anything else said, let's go right to Zelensky. Everything I just shared with you, here it comes.
I wish you good health, dear Ukrainians. More details have been established today about the new missile Russia used to strike Dnipro. We will provide all the details to journalists and international media. The world must know the truth and realize that Russia is the only one who doesn't want peace. That is why Russia needs escalation. I am grateful to all our partners who have already responded to this latest fit of Russian madness. But in addition to words, we must act. In particular, on my instructions, the Minister of Defense of Ukraine is already meeting with our partners about new air defense systems. Systems capable of protecting lives from new threats. Russia's actions mock China and global leaders who call for restraint. The world must respond firmly so Putin fears expanding the war and faces real consequences. True peace is achieved through strength alone. Regarding our response in Ukraine to Russian strikes and threat information, today marks the third day of this war. All security protocols remain the same as before. If an air raid siren sounds, react, stay safe, and seek shelter immediately. There's a Russian missile threat we can't ignore, but when there's no air raid siren, the state, businesses, embassies, everyone must work as usual and treat intel as information, not a day off. This applies to all, from parliament to local authorities. In regions and communities, when sirens sound, we seek shelter. Without sirens, we work and serve. That's war. We must know Putin will keep intimidating us. It's his power base. We must react properly and make this war felt in Russia. Glory to Ukraine.
There you have it, guys. Come on. That's a wartime president, and I am so proud that I am there. I'm a card-carrying member there in Ukraine. I have my resident documents, I have my military ID, and I am honored to serve under that president right there. Yes, I'm an American, but I love Ukraine. 26 years there, and that is a wartime president calling it the way it is. And there's the video to confirm what I was sharing with you. He called it straight. And guys, it must be called straight. The war right now in a very, very precarious position. Now, Vladimir Putin, he did not talk to, so Zelensky talks to Ukrainians. He's sitting there at his desk or wherever he may be on a train or whatever. He looks into his phone, he hits record, he gives his statement. Vladimir Putin, what does he do? He does the dictator entourage and meets with his staff around the table, and they do the huge video. I've got the full released video of that. It's over 8 minutes long, that conversation and little speech he made to his generals. I will not torture you with that, but I will share with you what he said, give you a video clip of him and one general, and then we'll get out of here. This is the facts only update number 2 of the day. He stated the Oreshnik missile, and I remind you that Oreshnik translated from Russian means hazelnut. That's what we're talking about. That's the nickname. The Oreshnik missile is not a modernization of old systems, but a modern cutting-edge development. That's what he stated to his staff. He said, the Oreshnik system is not a strategic weapon or a means of mass destruction. It is a high-precision weapon. Thirdly, he stated, Oreshnik is another reliable guarantor of the territorial integrity of Russia. Your territory was never in question, dear sir. You invaded the sovereign nation of Russia. Now your territory is in question because you're getting popped in the lip in the Kursk Oblast. But the reality is your territory was never in question. Nobody was messing with you. You invaded. You have a purpose that is even much larger than Ukraine, to divide this world and to destroy modern society. It's obvious. Evil is what it is. What else did he say? Russia has a stock of ready-to-use systems like Oreshnik. Now, I have had information from Ukraine that says Russia does have up to 10 of these complexes ready to go. One has been fired. He says we have a stock of ready-to-use systems like Oreshnik. Are there other variations? Possibly. Russia is working on a whole line of medium and short-range missiles. That's why I say possibly. Because you can't deny it, okay? You can't deny it. Dnipro was hit. Yeah, it was no munitions on it, but it was hit. The war changed and the world changed. The Russian Federation will continue testing the latest missile, including in combat conditions, depending on threats to its security. Remember this morning on the earlier Facts Only, I did give you coordinates and the Russian military correspondent saying, we see Lviv, we see the NATO base there, we see the F-16 pilots there. That is a target. Putin coming out now and saying the Russian Federation will continue testing the latest missile, including in combat conditions, depending on the threats to its security. We're just going to test missiles in a combat zone. All right, here's Putin.
Your complex, which you called Oreshnik, a non-nuclear hypersonic ballistic missile, has passed its tests successfully, according to our analysis. Congratulations on this achievement.
So, congratulations. We tested this missile on Dnipro. Congratulations. And you see him gloating. Guys, pure evil. Pure evil. Now, later during that meeting, one of his generals replied, pay attention, saber rattling.
Guaranteed to overcome any current and future missile defense
referring
systems.
to the missile strike.
This hypersonic missile system can hit various targets effectively from single to area, including highly protected ones. Given its capabilities and range, it can strike targets across Europe, setting it apart from other weapons.
Yeah, you can see Putin there doing what he does. Guys, I've been watching this for decades. He's taking his notes. That's what he does. He's taking his notes. Okay, we can hit Europe. We can strike. Oh, it's a multi-launch system. Da-da-da-da. Guys, it's just a show that's being shown on Russian state TV and here through my platform, and I hope others, and you're being able to see this around the world. This is what they do, but they are gloating over it and saying, oh, we can hit Europe with this thing. Yeah, no problem. The range, the speed, unstoppable. That's what they're talking about. Now, the last thing on this Facts Only video that I want to share with you right now is we have confirmation coming out today, coming in from the commander of the combined unit, the 153rd, Nazar Kishak. North Korean troops are confirmed in the Kharkiv Oblast. That would be in the Volchansk area or somewhere in the border areas there or down towards Kupiansk. We do not have a specific location on that, but I can tell you it's either north of Kharkiv or Kupiansk direction. Additionally, today, just as I was recording the Facts Only video, confirmed information coming that North Korean troops in full military gear are walking around Mariupol. They're not technical advisors, they are soldiers. So we now have the strike on Dnipro, the war is changing. We're getting confirmation North Korean troops are in Kharkiv Oblast. I already know they're in Lugansk Oblast and probably Donetsk Oblast. Definitely Lugansk. Of course, they're in the Kursk area. And now we're getting word of them in Mariupol. Earlier today on the Facts Only video, I shared with you the oil pushing into North Korea. Guys, it's serious. No fear. No, I'm trying to alarm you. I'm just trying to share facts only. The world is changing. The war is changing at a blitz pace. And right now, I'm doing my best to translate, to process the information coming out of Ukraine, get it directly to you, translating what I can and sharing only from sources. Thank you for being here. These are Facts Only. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for supporting these guys that we work with. Thank you for telling others. Thanks to our mods. Join our Discord. It's an incredible place. And thank you for helping us grow to share the truth and support Ukraine. You guys be blessed, and we'll be back later.